Yo, 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 what is up, daddies? Welcome back to the Bad Dadvice podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Physical Education, Jacksonville's best facility for personalized strength and conditioning programs. Over at PE Gym, their personal trainers work to improve your overall strength, mobility, speed, and explosiveness with tailored workouts to make sure every client gets the exact training they need to reach their goals. Visit www.phys-ed-jax.com for more details and to book your first appointment today.
He's back.
I'm out of breath still.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah, take your time with that intro, too.
And now that we're 10 minutes into the podcast.
Yeah.
You know what?
What is yo, yo, yo?
It's like yo, yo.
Are you workshopping a new
You guys didn't think, you guys didn't like that? I didn't. I thought it worked. Well, you know what? You guys should just be happy that there's someone in this seat.
I think you're right. I think we should address the elephant in the room.
You.
Cardwell, you fat fuck.
Whoa. How is Abs just getting back on the podcast and it's already just shit on Jaime time?
Yeah, dude. No, this is.
You know what? What else?
Abs just got back. He's already throwing out FFs over here.
Give us. I mean, like, justify your existence. Like, you're lucky. You know, we had applications, we had resumes, and we decided to stick with what we know. Luckily for you, but why did you come back? Like, what even made you come back?
Well, first of all, I did listen, just so you guys know, like I do listen even when I'm not here. So I did hear the podcast, and I want to set the record straight. It was my decision to miss those episodes. Two, you guys shit on me like I missed two separate. Like you filmed both those episodes on the same night, so obviously like I missed one. I was gonna miss the second one.
You've missed 20% of the episodes that we've released.
Yeah, you're basically not a full-time member.
No, I'm a full-time member. 80%. That's full-time. That's when you're. What's it called when you vested? I'm vested at 80%. I think.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're vested.
I'm vested at 80%. So
okay.
So I did have to make an executive dad decision to stay home with Janie and the baby the one night. I had a lot of stuff going on. I was out of town back-to-back weekends. We'll talk about that more later. But I needed some time to be with the family. I didn't see them for 2 weekends straight, and just wanted to spend some time with them. So
Cardwell, weren't you out of town back-to-back weekends?
I was also.
He doesn't have a baby. He doesn't have a baby.
He came. He's got a pregnant wife.
He doesn't have a baby. It's different. Once the baby's out, you have to take time off to see the baby.
The only
I didn't want to see my wife. I see her all the fucking time. I needed to see the baby.
Good. I'm glad that you saved the marriage by stating that it was your decision, and then immediately ruined it.
She doesn't watch it.
I think the main reason that he came back is because he saw. Maybe we had one L's for Abs in the chat. I mean,
did we get an L for
Did
Abs?
we get one?
Did someone leave an elf for Abs?
No.
I'm gonna have to go back and look because we maybe get like one comment every.
Like Cardwell made a
37
fake YouTube account
Burner
to put
accounts.
elves for Abs in there. Dude, are you serious?
Yeah.
Burner account.
I did, and you guys, you wanted me to lose my fantasy football matchup. I did lose, so thanks a lot. I appreciate that. You guys are praying for L's, and
Mission
I
accomplished.
got it. So shout out to all you that wished for L's for me.
Who beat
'cause
you?
I got it.
Give them a shout out.
Nick Miller,
Shout out.
Big Sexual Mills. Congratulations.
Shout out.
You beat the greatest fantasy football team of all time.
He was one of the people that was a potential replacement for you. Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
wow.
he's back.
That would be disrespect if you let him kick my ass in fantasy and then let him take my spot on the show. That would
We should have.
Yeah.
that would have hurt. I would have been offended for sure. But
So you're here. I'm shocked that you're still here. We're getting close, huh, pal?
Yeah, it's we actually had a doctor's appointment this morning, and they did all the measurements. One of the babies is based on measurements, weighing in at 5 pounds 14 ounces, and the other one is 5 pounds 12 ounces.
Okay.
So not small babies.
So by math, Strack is 11 pounds of baby.
Yeah.
That's a lot of baby.
That's how math works.
Yeah.
So you could
almost
so you
12.
can only curl your babies like 12, 15 times, maybe basically.
Please.
that's
At
12.
least- at
that's
least
12
40.
pounds of baby. That's
Yeah.
a lot of fucking baby.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of baby.
Yeah, and they basically told us, so we have a scheduled induction date on October 30th. They told us be ready in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
How's the dragon breath coming?
Oh yeah, she was not happy about that.
Oh, I know. I got the text, bro. I know she wasn't happy.
And then she yelled at me like I was the one who said it.
Yeah, you did. That was your
Yeah,
fault.
you did. That's what you said off the air. That's why we said it.
I knew that was going to be a bad one, but worth it.
Her parents thought it was really funny though.
That's all that matters. Sometimes, you know what? Listen, if it makes 90% of the people in the room laugh, sometimes you got to be the butt of the joke. I tell that to Janie all the time. I'm like,
That's like the story of my life.
sometimes my funniest jokes you are the ass of, and honestly, I'm willing to take that
Like,
risk.
I would say
sometimes.
80
it's strategic, but I plan it.
85% of your material is shit on Janie.
It's the funniest shit. Right? It's not. I mean, it's not a recipe for long-term marriage and happiness and love, but.
Like
You know
you're
what?
doing, like
It's,
you're
it's a recipe for a good time right now.
What do they say? What do they say? It's like live, laugh, love, right? If they needed love to be first, they would have said it first, right? Oh, I'm gonna live and I'm gonna laugh, and if that costs me a little bit of love at the end, it's worth it. If you want it, if you're gonna prioritize it, make it love, laugh, live.
You are a math teacher, and that is a good formula.
Hey, that's how I write it.
If your life was a stand-up comedy act and you were doing crowd work, you would just be shitting on Janie in the front row constantly.
I would every night buy the very front center stage seat and be like, oh, got a special guest here tonight. My beautiful wife, front and center, and then the whole night I would just rip it.
Speaking of crowd work, you're going to Matt Rife this weekend, aren't you?
I am, yes. Saturday night I'll be going to Matt Rife.
Man, that guy did some crowd work.
I'll tell you what, that guy's mad funny. That guy is
I'm real jealous. We tried to
mad
get
funny.
tickets.
I'd love to get him on the pod. Matt Rife, if you're watching, I know you're not a dad, but you can come be on the pod. I'd invite him. I'd invite him to the
yeah,
pod.
if he's one of our 12 views, yeah, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I'll honestly
I wouldn't be
settle
surprised
for
though.
if he just commented L's for abs.
I gotta be actually. I don't think I would want him. I'd want Bert Kreischer. If I could pick one comedian,
The machine.
That
yeah.
guy's dad bod and a half.
if I could pick one comedian
That
to
would
come
be
on
the
the
ultimate
pod
dad.
and just chug Bud Lights and watch Thursday Night Football with while we do a pod, it'd be Bert Kreischer.
That guy can drink some Bud Lights.
Yeah, that would be fun.
If that's an option, then abs is off the podcast and Kreischer's on.
I will gladly give up my seat to Birch for one night.
It's a pretty boy.
Birch.
Big Birch.
I give my seat under Birch. I give it under Birch.
All right, so
What else is new? What's going on with everybody? So your wife's due in the next 24 hours, right? That's what you're thinking. At some point during this pod,
in the
you're
next,
going
at worst case scenario, 3.5 weeks
From
October-
today. 3.5
from today. Yeah,
October 21.
All right.
That's what you're looking at.
30th.
30th.
Yeah, but they said they probably won't make it that far. So Emily's trying to keep them in there cooking as long as possible. but
best case scenario, all of a sudden nobody hears your voice for the last 10 minutes of the podcast.
yeah, I mean, I don't even have my phone, so I wouldn't even know.
Oh my god!
It's on
I didn't
airplane
even
mode.
think about that. We should definitely not be using your phone to film.
No,
this.
that's funny.
I mean, it is what it is.
Too late.
You
We already
yeah,
started.
it's too late.
Yeah.
So for the next
Hold
3.5
them in.
weeks, we got to film as
Yeah.
many as we can to make sure your seat is saved. Because we'd hate for you to Wally Pip it, bring in
That-
Nicky Miller and then you're done.
Yeah, it could happen.
They realize that your only value is laughing
What's
when somebody tells a joke.
What's a Wally Pip?
but oh my gosh.
You ever seen Mary Poppins?
I guess not.
Perfect.
That's the
Good
supercalifragilistic.
because it has nothing to do with Wally Pipping it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good. That's the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious lady.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Perfect,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I know all about her.
For me, besides just gaining that sympathy weight,
Yeah.
that sympathy weight is going crazy.
You're
and-
very sympathetic.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know what would be happening if I wasn't going to physical education gym.
Are you still doing that?
Yeah, I actually went yesterday.
Hey.
They worked my ass pretty good.
It's not that kind of place. They shouldn't be doing that.
Oh, I guess I got the wrong treatment.
You signed up for the wrong plan.
But yeah, it's just getting fat and working, and I'll just go on. Today's discussion is going to be about bro trips, and we've had a lot of them lately, and how you get away with getting. Sorry, that light
was
just
that?
flickered. I don't know what that
Are you
was.
having a stroke?
Yeah,
That might have been just
he's
me.
trying to give it the signal.
I don't know, but yeah, just been on a lot of trips lately. I'm happy to be back and not doing anything for a few weeks. That's going to be really, really nice. But we've got our gender reveal coming up at the end of this month, and then I
I'm
guess
out.
it's going to be just months of making a nursery and trying not to break my house.
Yeah, if anybody is watching this and wants to comment on this episode, comment the predicted gender.
Yeah. If you guys want to tell me what I'm having.
It's 2023. You can't do that.
You got to wait till they're 18 to let them decide. Actually, not even that. Like, I work in the schools now, kids. I got 12-year-olds that are telling me their gender. I mean, it's...
Pick the predicted biological
place.
gender.
Yeah.
It's going to be a girl.
Perfect.
So, it's a girl.
I think if I had to put money, I think I'd go boy. I think I'll.
Yeah,
lock-
I'd probably.
I think
I'm going. Yeah, I think boy.
I'm like
2-1.
I'm like 55-45% boy.
I think we're going to start the trend going back in the boy direction. We had a run of girls. We had a run of boys and then a run of girls in our friend group. And then I think we're setting the track back to boys.
No, it's a girl. Sorry, dude. Sorry, bro.
Whatever.
Why are you apologizing? Is a girl worse than a boy?
Girls don't poop.
Girls...
Save a lot of money on diapers.
Yeah, girls don't poop.
Girls do poop.
They don't poop.
And it's gross. Those baby poops are gross. I don't care, boy or girl. They're gross.
They're gross, and you gotta wipe front to back. You don't have two wipe
do?
options.
I'm kidding. I knew that.
Well, Trey,
You do have to wipe front to back. You do have to wipe front to back. I didn't know
He
that.
was like dead serious for a second.
You got anything for us, Trey?
Yeah. So tonight was the first night that we moved Ivy into his bedroom.
Oh, you're gonna sleep.
So he's
like
been
a
he's
baby.
been he's been with us for 10 months. Usually, like the mark is like 6 or 7, but we're like, nah, you can hang out in here. It's all right. And so tonight's the first night, but the last like week he's been waking up like 3 times a night, 4 times a night. So we're doing this at a time when he's like having a sleep regression, a 10-month
No,
sleep
that's the
regression.
best.
Luckily,
It's
you
the
have
best
a
time to-
small house, though.
It's the best time to do it.
Right.
Luckily, you have a small house, so like when he wakes you up in the middle of the night, you just kind of
Yeah.
walk.
It's not
By the
right
time
there.
you walk all the way over to your room, he'll have already cried it out. There's
Yeah.
no point even getting up.
Be back to
Yeah.
sleep. Just don't
Yes.
wear your watch; it'll tell you you're working out.
Yeah, get my steps in. I'll get more steps in from midnight to 4 a.m. than I will all day.
So what else?
Good radio.
Hey.
So let's get
Good
into
radio.
So-
We are a little bit rusty.
We are
I've
done.
got a couple things. So Kennedy has now got some upper teeth coming in.
Get that
so,
teething toy.
So she's got one like full tooth on the bottom. There's 2 kind of top teeth coming in. So Janie has had to essentially give up on the breastfeeding because those razor sharp teeth are biting her. So
How's your stockpile?
we got a lot. Yeah. We got.
It's never as much as you think.
We got a good amount. But yeah, usually we don't have to get into it that much because like she'll pump like a day's worth at work and stuff.
And how long can you store that stuff?
I believe in a freezer, I think it's 6 months.
Oh.
You can-
Deep
Okay.
freezer, you get I think a little longer.
yeah, like a deep freezer, you can last longer. But like in just like your basic kitchen refrigerator, I think it's 6 months. So we have, we got a pretty good stockpile. And now that we're going to daycare too, because like Our Lady will like has space in her freezer for our stuff. So like we give a gallon bag every
I thought
other
you were gonna
week.
say,
For-
yeah.
for some reason,
my
I-
teacher breastfeeds the kids
Yeah,
for me.
for some reason, I thought you were going to say, yeah, luckily our daycare, they breastfeed her for us.
Oh yeah, they just have like extra boobs laying around. They just invite ladies over to breastfeed. Yeah.
No wonder your daycare is so expensive.
No, it's like they're super cheap. The other thing too, I did want to shout out my brother Paul. Shout out. I know he listens. So shout out to you, Paul. Paul just had his first kid. He has a little daughter named Harper.
Hey.
So-
Yeah.
So shout out to Paul. Congratulations.
Let's get Dubs for abs in the chat,
We
right?
actually, Dubs
Dubs for Polly.
for Paulie.
He's on an abs.
He is, but we don't want to confuse the listeners.
We don't want, L's for me, Dubs for Paulie. So
Nice.
shout out to Paul. I went and met Harper today. She's beautiful. She was a big ass baby. she was like,
So it runs in the family.
no,
Nobody runs in the family.
She was
Nobody runs.
Nobody runs in my family.
It walks in the family.
I think she was like 9.5 pounds or something like that. And I went and saw her today. I was like, damn, this is a big ass baby. So, but she's cute. She's sweet. So it was nice to go over there and see that. And they're doing good. So I'm happy for him.
Hey, congrats.
Nice.
Cool.
Good for Paul.
Yeah. Dubs for Paulie.
Dubs for Polly.
Dubs for Paulie.
I remember we went. We're gonna get into bro trips here in a second. The last bro trip we went on with Paulie, he popped his tire in Savannah.
Oh,
That was my bachelor party. Remember that?
Yeah,
That was awesome.
Wait, you mean Paul or Ricky Fowler?
Ricky Fowler, yeah, he wears the all orange to the golf course.
Yeah.
That was, oh man, that was like, we drove up there. It was like he came to my house and he was gonna drive with my bachelor party. So I was gonna drink in the car, obviously. And so he comes to my house. He pulls up. He goes,
I teach 8th grade math.
yeah.
I drink in the car.
I did not teach 8th grade math at that time. So I did not. So I would,
Alright, that makes
as a
sense.
teacher, I don't do that. As a non-teacher, I do whatever I want. So he asked me to drive, and I was like, dude, it's my bachelor party. I'm not driving. He's like, okay, well, like, we'll take my truck, but like, the air conditioning's broken too. so we had to drive all the way to Savannah with the windows down. And then we got there and we couldn't find parking, and he was getting all pissed off, and then cut a corner too sharp, hit a curb, popped his tire. Oh man, it was.
I
hilarious.
thought that was it. I thought you guys were like punking us, saying like you had a tire pop like as a joke. And I was like, it's not even a funny joke. And then I was like, holy shit, he's serious, dude. What?
Oh yeah,
That
we almost
sucks.
didn't make, couldn't find a parking spot in the garage. Like, luckily we made it to the very top of the parking garage. But
That was one of the last bachelor parties that we all did when none of us had kids, right? And now
Yeah,
now we're starting to trickle into the how the hell are we going to get away with a bro trip?
Did any of you guys have kids during my bachelor party?
Or can't make it on a
my
boat
kid,
trip.
yeah, you know what's funny? My kid was 3 weeks old at your bachelor party.
That's
I had a kid, yeah. Mine was
How
2
did
months
I
old.
make that
Oh
work?
no! I was thinking about my 30th birthday. That's what I was thinking of because I was
30th?
thinking of Savannah.
30th birthday, no, but your bachelor
No.
party, yes.
Your
did that.
bachelor
We
party,
did
I
have-
had a 3-week-old. Yeah.
Yeah, and then my bachelor party was this. Was it this
And,
past week?
and
Last weekend.
your bachelor party is actually when I found out that Strack was pregnant.
Hey,
Really?
Right? Yeah. Like the day we were doing Beer Olympics, I got a call that morning.
What?
Yeah, that's
that's-
why.
that's why
why
you
I
won all
was
the competitions.
hammering bruised,
Oh, man.
dude.
I didn't know
Like,
that. That's
yeah,
exciting.
I found out that morning, and Emily was like, "You can't say anything. You can't say anything." I said, "All right, cool. I gotta go win Beer Olympics.
I'm gonna get so
I'll call
drunk
you
that
later."
I tell everybody.
We found out the morning of Max, our buddy Ryan McMahon, his rehearsal dinner. That's when me
Yeah, I
and
remember
that's when me
that.
and Megan
That's crazy.
found out, and then the next day was the wedding.
I found out right before Janie and I were about to take. Janie and I were literally like gonna go take her mom to Lemon Bar, and Janie like went in the bathroom. Was like didn't feel right, and she called me into the bathroom. And was like she showed me. I was like, oh my god, this is like amazing. And I was like, but wait, and I was like, but wait, let me keep this.
my God,
So
this is
let me preface that real quick.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Let's go get
because
drunk.
3 days, like she was really upset. Actually, it actually wasn't as magical as most are because, like 3 days prior to us finding out that she was pregnant, we were like in the car at Publix, and I had a little bit of a breakdown and was like, hey, I really don't think I'm ready to have kids yet. Like, I think we should pump the brakes on this. I think we should stop trying for a second. And 3 days later, she was pregnant. So that didn't.
The man upstairs said,
Psych.
"Not over here."
Yeah.
Psych. But then we were literally about to take Janie's mom to Lemon Bar, and Janie just found out she was pregnant. So now we go to Lemon Bar, and she's like, "Yeah, I can't drink alcohol now. I know that I'm pregnant." So we're like sitting at Lemon Bar now. Janie has to order like soda, and I'm like fucking pounding drink.
Did she? Oh, did she not?
Great.
Did she try to like hide it and get like a cranberry and Sprite or something?
No, I think she just said like she wasn't feeling good and just drank water. But
Wow, imagine if Abs did that. Nobody would ever believe it.
Yeah.
I don't feel good. You're fucking pregnant.
Whenever Abs drinks a water, everyone assumes he's pregnant.
Because that vodka's on? No.
I will say it's pretty funny because Robo, you called it like immediately because I think we went to the same time not the rehearsal but Max new 4th of July party. Tip didn't drink for like the short period that we were there. Didn't have a single beer, and Robo was like, "Yep, they're pregnant."
I played golf with him the next day, and I looked at him like, Jaime, is Tiff pregnant?
Yeah.
He goes, no, what are you talking about?
When
and like
we-
looking back at it now, his reaction, I should have known, like, yeah, dude, you're fucking lying to me.
When we found out, I actually told Abs we were pregnant, and he didn't believe. He thought I was just kidding. 'Cause we were on the golf course. You remember this?
Yeah. We were driving in the golf cart.
We were in the golf cart.
He's like, yeah, by the way, Megan's pregnant. I was like, shut the fuck up.
You're like, shut the fuck
I don't
up.
think I believed you when you told me you were married either. I think you said, yeah, like, yeah, bro, I'm married. I'm like, you ain't fucking married.
He
He's like, bro, I'm like, bro, I'm seriously, I'm married. I'm like, shut the fuck up. No, you're not.
Yeah, he doesn't believe anything that I do.
I don't believe anything you say.
So how do you? So, all right. So let's transition here into let's talk a little bit about
potatoes.
the meat and potatoes,
The core.
the core of the episode, which is how the fuck do we get away with bro trips?
I didn't.
You didn't.
Yeah.
So you're 0 for 1.
Yeah.
But we'll talk. He got one a couple weeks prior.
Yeah, which is why when we were talking about doing your bachelor party, I was pushing really, really hard for the first weekend in September because I knew that Emily would not let me go at the end of September because from everything with going to all the doctor's appointments and all that, they were telling us that like, hey man, twins are probably going to come way earlier than you think, which luckily, you know, everything's going good. So she's been progressing along and all that. So like we think she might actually make it to like the 38-week mark now. But at that time, I knew there was 0% chance that she was like, oh, end of September? Yeah, go ahead. Go out of the country. There's no way.
Go on a boat with no
with no service.
Well,
It's so funny because you would have been fine. You could have done it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I made her feel bad for like a week.
we'll get into the cruise later, but he had a golf trip to
Kiowa Island.
Kiowa Island, yeah.
Yeah, the second week in September, which, like I said, again, the first week in September would have been ideal.
So you got away with this because now we need. This is a point in the episode we need to start giving some dad advice. Okay,
Yeah.
How did you get a golf trip with a 7-month pregnant with twins wife? How do you get this?
It was already paid for a year in advance.
Ah,
So it was.
Okay.
It was. And it really wasn't.
clip it, clip it, clip it, clip it, clip it.
I paid the remainder when I got there.
Clip it, clip it, clip it.
No, it was a trip that I've been invited on multiple years, like because they do it every year. This year was like the 4th one, 5th one, something like that, and they've been inviting me every year to go, and I've always turned them down for like most of the time, just like not a good reason. And we had planned everything out. They told me it was the second week of September. I'm like, all right, cool. And this was well before we even found out Emily was pregnant. So I was like, count me in. Here's my deposit. We're doing this thing. Because it was actually a relatively like not expensive trip. Like my deposit was $500 and then I paid $500 when I got there. It's $1,000 trip. And I ended up telling Emily like, hey, it's the second week in September. Like you're going to be so like, and I also told her I'll drive there. So if anything does happen, I can get back here in 3.5 hours. It was a 3.5 hour trip. I didn't drive there. I ended up going on the RV that we rented to go. I made a game time decision in the parking lot when we were all packing everything up because they were going to throw all the golf clubs and everything in my truck and I was just going to follow them up. And I made a game time decision and said, fuck it, we're doing it live.
How far away?
3 hours, Kiowa.
Dude,
so
an RV trip, 3 hour, and like not having
mad
to drive.
So
that sounds mad fun.
and yeah, it was a lot of fun. But one of the guys that was on the trip, his brother is actually a pilot, and he does like pilot lessons and everything. So on the ride up there, I had no plan. The closest like rental car place was an hour away in Charleston. So I had no plan. I'm like, oh my God, if I get a call, like, what am I going to do? And like, not only that, I was in no shape to drive anyways.
Yeah.
Like had something happened, I wasn't driving.
Because you were very tired, right?
I was extremely tired.
Right.
So one of the guys that was there, his brother's actually a pilot and he does a bunch of trainings and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, what would it cost me? Let's just say this happens. Where's the closest airport that I can get to and somebody can fly me back to Jacksonville? And he goes, oh yeah, like 10 minutes away. So like 10 minutes away, there was a little tiny airstrip that he was like, yeah, it'll cost you, $600 or something like that. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
To fly on just a little single prop
Like a
plane.
little prop plane?
And it was like an hour and 15-minute flight from there.
I was going to say,
and
like,
then
I was going to book a private jet for $8,000.
No. I don't
Strack would have been even more pissed off
Yeah,
that you did that.
Should have been like, you should have stayed, you idiot.
So there was dad advice in there somewhere.
Always have a plan or have multiple plans of
Just do
being-
them. Don't last minute.
Yeah. It was
yeah.
bad dad advice of last minute I changed the game plan.
Yeah.
I think that's a great point. And I think one of the keys is, and like the last two weekend trips that I went on, I did not have that plan. But the early one, so like your bachelor party was in March, right? No, It was either end of February or early March.
No, it was
something like
March.
that.
It was March.
Yeah, because Kennedy was
You had
born
a 2-week-old, so
Kennedy
do
was
the math.
Kennedy was born middle of March, right? So it was like what, early March. And so originally, the original plan was that we were going to go on a cruise for your bachelor party, and we had new dads, future dads, a lot of dads in the group, and we kind of just went and said, hey, I don't think anybody's wives are letting us leave the country right now, right? With no way of getting home, no way of contacting people. So we switched the trip. That's why we ended up going to Tampa. And I think for me, the big reason for me to be able to go was, one, it wasn't a cruise anymore, and two, I told Janie that, hey, it's only 4 hours away. I will drive my car. Anybody can ride with me, but at a second's notice, I can drive back.
Yeah, and
A
just
second's note. Middle of beer Olympics. Hey, can you come home? 12 minutes. Give me 5 seconds.
let me sleep it off first.
I would have made it work.
You were at least 8 hours away from being able to drive home at all times.
No, the last day I blew in the little breathalyzer thing. I was 0.0.
He did
That's
that.
true.
He
Yeah,
actually
you did.
did that.
Right?
You did.
I did blow a 0 on the last day.
Yeah. So all right. So having the vehicle to return home and being within a distance that is returnable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seems like a nice. Seems
Yeah,
like a key.
definitely have to be within a reasonable distance to return home.
And this is like within the first, I'd say, 4 months. That's what you need, right? About 3-4 months.
Yeah, I might maybe stretch it to 6, but yeah,
Maybe up to 6. After the 6-month mark is what we just experienced on the cruise, which was we were able to get it, but we needed a big event. We needed it to be a thing. It couldn't just be.
Yeah, it can't just be like, hey, we're just gonna go do a cruise.
We're gonna plan a cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, with like with the couples and the families. Oh no,
No, just the bros.
No, it's just all
just a
the
bunch of fat guys on a cruise,
right.
eating and shitting.
We
and
heard there
drinking.
was unlimited food and drinks. So
It was
what
great.
else do
What a
we
great
need?
trip that was, man. What a blast.
Yeah, it was fun.
So the one thing that I will say,
really
bringing up
missed
the
out.
cruise, and this brought up a couple of problems on the cruise. If you're going to go on a cruise and you have a wife and a baby, spend the $19 on the Wi-Fi.
Get the fucking Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I can't stress that
Two
enough.
people.
Who didn't get the Wi-Fi?
Abs didn't get the Wi-Fi.
Bro. Oh my god.
and Westy didn't get the Wi-Fi. Shout out Kyle Westwood.
No, let me explain myself for a second. I was gonna get the Wi-Fi. So like if you buy it in advance, it's cheaper than when you buy it on the boat. Makes sense. So I went to go buy it like the day before the cruise left. I went to go buy it. I go online. I'm like, I'm gonna get the Wi-Fi before we go. Well, the opportunity to buy the internet like closes 48 hours before the boat leaves. So now I'm like, well, fuck, I can't buy the internet. And so then I'm like, all right, I'll buy it when I get on the boat. So when I get on the boat, it was probably like
You don't have any Wi-Fi to buy the
well,
Wi-Fi.
no, you can get on it. But it was probably like $70 before, maybe $100 when you got on the boat. And so I was like, oh fuck, now I gotta spend $100. Like that's $100 less than I can gamble. and so I go, you
Smart.
know what? There's other guys in the group that already have Wi-Fi. So before we leave the port, I'm texting Janie. I go, hey, look, Mac already has Wi-Fi. I'll just check in with you once a day from his phone. and I'm sitting here going like, I'm trying to explain myself. I'm like, it's gonna save us $100. Back in my mind, I'm going, I'm putting that bitch on black, and we're gonna let it ride. But she didn't know that, so I'll pay. You know,
it.
I'll pay. I'll save the $100 and I'll just call you from Mac's phone. And she's and the first day she said, okay, that's fine. But I think what happened, I think she talked to all the other wives who have kind of like, you know, said, oh, all of our husbands have Wi-Fi. Like, why doesn't James? And then I finally call her. I finally call her the next morning from Mac's phone. I FaceTime her, and she answered the phone, and she was in Target. She answered the phone. She goes, no, you can pay $19 for the Wi-Fi, and you can call me on your own phone. Click, hangs up. Luckily, I won big in the casino the night before, so I did spend the. But I strategically. So it was like Saturday. No. Yeah, Saturday night, I strategically bought the internet at like 6 o'clock because there was a difference, right? You could buy it for the rest of the weekend, or you could buy just a 24 hours of internet. And so I strategically at 6 o'clock bought 24 hours of internet, so I could call her Saturday night, and then I could call her again Sunday before 6, and then my internet would shut off. But
No.
I'd get off the boat at 8 a.m. on Monday and call her right then.
No, you bought the internet so you could check your fantasy scores during the 1 o'clocks.
That's a fact.
That was just an added bonus. Top priority, my wife. Priority 1.5, my fantasy football team.
That's why you lost.
The 1A, 1B.
That's why you lost this week. Is because you put.
Because I
your
put my
above-
wife above my fantasy team.
You gotta
What
do
if
you gotta
what
do.
if you would have lost in the casino?
No Wi-Fi.
I went above.
No
I
Wi-Fi?
went above the Wi-Fi. I would have just told her like I don't have the money.
It's
Can't do it.
it's not gambling if you know you're gonna win.
Oh man,
Call, he would call on Mac's phone. Bob, out of baby, pizza boy. Get that in. Get that quick John in there. Then
the craps table was electric on that boat.
So, but back to buying the Wi-Fi. Bass, who came with Westy and Bass. These are two of our buddies. I'm just using names. Everybody's watching. Nobody's watching, but if you are.
Are
I
you
wish it was
kidding
a
me?
beer. It's only a 7-Up.
So Bass,
Most obnoxious can that I've ever heard.
That was way loud.
Bass has the Wi-Fi, and he's texting with his wife, and then Westy's wife is texting with Bass's wife,
Yeah.
and then Corey's like, "No, I got this, dude. I got this. I'll get you out of trouble. I'll get you out of trouble."
And Kyle's like, "What the fuck is
And then-
going on?"
and Westy's so mad, and like all dinner, Westy's like so angry, and Cardwell's sitting right next to him, and they already kind of like don't get along very good. And Cardwell's like, "This escargot is so good. This escargot is so good." And Westy's just next to him. Westy's just next to him going, "Shut the fuck up, Cardwell. Shut the fuck up." And then Corey's going, "Yeah, she's not liking it. She's not having it." He's just getting madder and madder and madder. Now, all right, so the Westy thing I think is even stupider than your thing, because Westy had a little medical episode before the cruise.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like, you probably should have had the internet, not so that she could get in contact with you, but so that, she's comfortable with you, calling her. Like even Megan's like, I just want to make sure that like you get back on the boat from the island. So like get the Wi-Fi to let me know when you get back on the boat so there's no issue. More so than it is like if an emergency kind of pops up. But yeah.
I have a little thing to add to that. So all of this is going on with all the wives like, call me now, get the Wi-Fi. I find out when I get home from TIFF that her and Trey's wife Megan didn't even know that we got back on Monday. They were expecting us home Sunday night, and then we didn't have Wi-Fi, so they were just like, "Do you know when they're coming home?" They're
Oh my
like,
God.
"I don't know when they're coming home. Maybe they got a hotel."
Jeez.
Oh my god, that's funny. I didn't know that. That's hilarious.
And Tiff's wife was very happy.
Tiff's wife.
Sorry, Cardwell's wife. Tiff was very happy.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's like,
very
yeah,
happy that
keep him
Car-
out of the house.
Very
Keep
happy
him
that
next
he
week,
wasn't
too.
back yet.
Oh yeah, I
Keep him
told
next
her
week.
when I got back home, I was like, yeah, everybody was like, get the Wi-Fi, get the Wi-Fi. I was like, just watching people have conversations on their phone, and I was like, me and Tiff would have just been sitting there, like, how was your day? Good. All right. Well, I'm gonna go gamble now. I'll see you.
The
in 2
text would have been
days.
like, sup?
Unrelated note, as we were walking from the ship to my car, I took my backpack off and like threw my back out.
Really?
So I had to drive home like 2.5 hours, and my back was absolutely killing me.
Did you do the whole like turn the heat on in your car?
I had the heat on my
Oh,
seat.
That's a underrated move there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's some good advice. When you throw your back out, because you will, use your heated seats.
Turn the heated seats
Yeah,
on.
use your heated seats. Yeah, so that was that. Any other bad dad? Any dad advice we can give on cruise related stuff?
If gambling's involved, just like don't lose so much that you get divorced. We were the weekend before the cruise. I was in Vegas, and man,
We were both in
Cardinal
Vegas.
and I were both in Vegas. That was on another bachelor party. That was my first time ever to Vegas. What a crazy fucking place that is. But it got to a point. I had the first night I won a shit ton of money. I was probably up. I was up a good amount, and then the second night I was like
$400.
No, it was like $1,200, and then the second night I was all 1,200 was gone plus another like 600. So it was a bad day, and it got to a point where the guys were like, "Come on, let's go play craps, let's go play roulette, whatever." I'm like, I got to a point where I was like, "Guys, I'm not even kidding. If I lose another $1, like I might get divorced when I get home. Like my wife might leave me when I get home. If I lose one more $1, I can't. I cannot." So it was crazy. What a crazy.
She's gonna be even more pissed when she hears that you were up 1,200 and then
she
lost
knows.
and then
I'm pretty sure I
lost
sent her a picture.
1,800.
I sent her a picture. I had a $1,000 chip at one point. I felt,
and Abs
felt
gambled
sick.
for an entire extra day than I did because my body said no more for about 18 hours on Friday.
Car will crash hard. But,
Yeah, I crashed.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's, the other thing too is, I think we talked about this in like maybe episode 1 or episode 2. Whenever we talked about how we're going to watch football, right? Whatever episode that was, it was, you got to build up the points.
Yeah.
We're not keeping score, but we're tracking points.
That's what happened with me. I think one was we were too close to the window of being able to potentially go into labor, but also I don't think I had enough points banked up to where I wasted all my points on a golf trip.
Right.
So-
it's like if you have Ken Walker and DK Metcalf on a bye on your bench when you're 0-4 in fantasy, and you're like, I won't trade them.
Season's over.
So I'll tell you what,
Sorry. So I don't do trivia on Wednesdays anymore. I told you guys that, right? So they do.
You haven't told them that you used to host trivia.
Well, okay. Teachers don't get paid very much, so I have to have a second job. So I host trivia on the sides. I only do it on Tuesdays. Hooters on San Jose, 7 p.m. I'll be there. I'll sign anything you want.
So
I
we're
don't care.
sponsored by Trivia Nation, Hooters, and
But now
Beach.
the person who took over the Whiskey Jack's Hooters the Whiskey Jack's Trivia is asking me what knobs they have to turn off at the end of the night because the setup is out of control there. So I just had to text this back real quick.
Great. Glad
guys
we
keep
interrupted
going.
the entire podcast.
Yeah, like right before we started this podcast, we said Abs is the worst person to have his phone because of stuff like this.
Right.
So, anyways, going back to so we get back from Vegas on Sunday after like 12 hours of travel because you lose so many hours and layovers, and so we've got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then me and you headed down a day early on Thursday. So we got 3 days. One of those days I was on call, so couldn't that day shot. So I had 2 days to bank up some points. So I got just feeling miserable on Monday. I do all the yard work, clean the entire house,
Nice.
brush the dog, got all the
That
hair
gets you
off.
points.
Oh,
Brushing the dog.
Hold
Got
on.
a lot of hair coming
So,
off that dog.
so are you banking these points for down the road? Because like your points were already
No,
the cruise
he's
was
living.
booked. It's
Cardwell,
not like she was gonna say no, you can't go.
No,
Cardwell lives paycheck to paycheck.
with the points,
With
yes.
points.
With
Right.
the points.
He's trying to earn, like, if we go out for a night and we're all partying, he's earning them as fast as he's burning them.
Yeah.
Tiff's turning around going, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I'll give you a foot massage. I swear. Get down, get your door right now.
I got
Yeah,
points.
I
I got points.
My points credit limit is not good. My credit score, good. Point score, not good.
Right.
But so yeah, I'm rocking all this shit out so that because it's already prepaid, but you don't want to leave and then come back and just be a total
Be in the hole
jackass.
points.
Can't be in the,
You
can't
can't
be
be
in
in
the
the
hole.
hole.
You never want to be
Now we're
negative.
getting it.
You
Now
never
we're
want to be
getting it.
negative.
Negative.
That's a scary place to be.
I don't want to
Yeah.
put my
Negative
points on layaway.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what
I
my
agree.
problem is like, while we're collecting points and spending our points, our wives are also collecting points, right? It's a two-way street. It's a double point system.
Massive amount of
Janie
points.
never spends her fucking points.
Yeah, and Megan doesn't spend points.
Janie might go like, I'm gonna go backpack Europe for 3 months. You're stuck here with the fucking baby, and she's got that many points. I'm not
That's
even
true.
kidding.
That's true.
Like she's got she's earning. I mean, she's got like the platinum. She's earning 3x points.
That is funny. Like in the economy, right? It's like I'm the carpenter and I spend money to put a window in my house, and then the window maker, he gets my money, and then he does this, and he goes to the baker and he buys bread, and all the money moves around. They call that there's an economic. Am I losing you here?
I'm with you. I think I'm with you.
There's an
Everybody's got to eat. I get
There's
it.
an economic term for that. Everybody's got to eat, right?
Everybody's got to eat. That's the
Let's
term.
go cook. It's like an economic term for that called the velocity of money, right? How fast is it moving through the economy? Am I losing you now?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
So in our relationships, I don't think there's no velocity. It's us
Now you
earning.
lost
It's
me.
us earning and borrowing points. We're in giving them away, and we're not getting them back.
Yeah, we're
they
trying.
don't come back.
Our
They don't come back.
businesses are failing.
Right.
We're trying to like take out a loan for a Thursday night football podcast, and
Right.
they're saving up so they can retire their 401k at like 40.
Yeah, Megan is going to retire on her points very quickly.
No, yeah, it's no joke. I mean, it's like
And the NFL
Janie has
season is
so many
the
fucking
NFL
points.
season is a bummer, right? I'm lucky because Megan's a Packers fan, so we can watch football and enjoy it. You suckers! Every time you're sitting down and watching football, it's like, no, I want to watch volleyball. No, I want to do something else.
Oh no. I don't do that. I don't play that game on
I'll tell you
Sundays.
what. I'll tell you
When
what.
CTE ball's on, dude, I'm all about it.
Love me some good CTE.
That's the
ball.
only thing on the TV. No
I'll
volleyball.
tell you what. The best thing that the NFL could have ever done for me is create Toy Story football.
Oh, did Tiffany like that?
Oh, she loved
I
it.
tried to tell Janie to watch
Did
that.
she like it?
She loved it. She watched 2 football games while I was gone.
Wait, time out.
But they
time out.
only did
They
it
only
for
did it for
one.
one game.
The other one was to see Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Dude,
Shout out Travis Kelce.
we can
for
talk
helping
about
us
that
all
a whole.
out.
We can talk about that a whole other day. But like,
Kelsey.
I'm getting a little tired of this Taylor Swift in the NFL
Oh, I
thing
hate
already.
it. I hate it.
yeah.
Janie did that thing.
Can
Where,
you believe?
Janie did that thing to me. Like I got home and she goes, "Couldn't you believe that Taylor Swift like nobody knew who Travis Kelce was? Taylor Swift put this dude on the map." I almost flipped the whole fucking house. I said, "Are you serious right now? Like maybe stupid girls like you don't know who Travis Kelce is." That's exactly what I said. And she goes, she like all she does is like she just starts laughing. She's like, "Yeah, that's a TikTok trend." I'm like, "You're fucking lucky that's a TikTok trend."
You thought she was cashing in all her points, and she was.
I was about to.
And it's that commercial. It's the commercial with the guy fishing with the
I got a dollar.
Ooh, I got your dollar.
Yeah, that's,
I was about to cut up her points card for saying something like that. Oh man, yeah, I was heated.
Oh man, yeah, that's an interesting one. The points, scales, the scales of points. If you get too out of balance, she can redeem anything she wants, and you got to come up.
And
with
I'd have to, and it's like not even, it's like no questions asked. Like seriously, she has
That's scary.
so many. Like
Now, luckily for you, there's a lot of blackout dates. Like on Sundays, you can't cash in any points.
oh right, I mean yes, we
Oh, is
it.
it Martin Luther King Day? You can't cash in any points, JD.
No.
Today's my day.
If it's a
4th
school-
of July, JD, I'm getting ripped today.
If
It's
there's
my
no,
day.
if there's
no
no school,
points today, JD. No points today.
my kind of thing is like if there's no school, there's no point spending. So like
Right, every
You're-
holiday.
so every
is
holiday-
a blackout day.
Christmas break,
And
summer
summer.
break, you're not doing like
All
if-
summer.
Av gets
You-
the whole summer.
JD goes, I want to go see the Knights of Lights in St. Augustine. No, blackout days. No points today.
Lights won't even be on. It's a blackout day.
So you get Christmas, all the holidays. You get all of
Teacher
summer.
planning days.
I don't take all the holidays. She can have Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. I give her those days.
So you get all the NFL
Do whatever
season.
she wants on those days. Christmas, don't even freaking think about it. Thanksgiving, no way. I'll give her Black Friday. Black Friday is actually not a blackout day, believe it or not.
That's you'll allow
She
it.
can have Black Friday.
That's just to get her out of the house to
Thanksgiving
Target.
sounds like-
Get her to go to Target
It's
Get her to do the
and
Christmas shopping.
go buy you stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be funny. We can replay the same conversation when you're arguing about being a divorced dad. When she hears this,
She doesn't
you go,
listen.
I'll
guys.
get the kids on Christmas. You take them on Black Friday. And I'll take them on Thanksgiving.
Dude, that's a touchy subject, man. That's how I grew up. Divorce life, bro. Divorced parents, man.
That's true. We'll get into.
That's tough.
We can get into that in one of the pods, I guess. Right?
That's gonna be an emotional pod for me.
That's an emotional one.
No, not really. It is what it is. It's like you either stay together forever or you break up. There's only two options, right? So it's like
That's true. It's 50. Flip a coin.
Unless-
Yeah,
which I think
flip a coin on
which I
it.
think is the statistical number in the United States. Is
unless they
50%.
say that Taylor Swift made Travis Kelce what he is, and then you can just kill them.
yeah. I think it's the other way around. I think Travis Kelce has brought Taylor Swift's career back full tilt.
Yeah, she was nothing without him.
She was nothing.
She only sold $1 billion.
But I actually weirdly hope.
Dude, I did the math on like the ticket sales for the London because apparently she has like 6 concerts coming up in Wembley Stadium.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
all
trying to
sold
go.
out. It's 90,000 seats, and just assuming that the average ticket price like $300, it's like $189 million
Now,
in ticket sales.
That's a crazy number.
That's
I
not
don't,
merch.
I don't believe you because you're terrible at math, but that is a crazy number.
I didn't do the math.
Okay, then I believe you.
Yeah,
That's
it
crazy.
wasn't my math.
90,000 times 300 is 2.7 million.
Times 6.
Oh, times 6 nights. So 2.7 million.
No,
times
it's
six.
not.
Podcast math.
90,000 times 300.
90,000 times 300.
9 times 3 is 27. And then there's 5 zeros. No, 4 zeros
Our
plus
kids
another
are
2
so
zeros.
fucked.
27 million.
So that's, is it 27 million? Or is it 2.7 million?
27.
I think it's 2.7.
No.
2.7 million times 6 nights. So that's approximately $18 million.
90,000 times 100 is 9 million.
Yep, math teacher.
Oh my god.
Oh, right. Yeah. 27 million.
Sorry,
Times
it's
6.
not school. It's blackout
Re-
territory.
So
Reboot-
what,
rebooting.
180 million?
Yeah,
What'd you
Yeah.
say?
that's what I said.
You're pretty close.
Oh my
You're pretty close, killer.
Glad we
That's gonna
got there.
be
God,
the
dude.
worst 5 minutes that we've ever done.
No doubt.
That's so funny. Like I just had a student.
Get off of your phone.
No, I just had a student's mom text me a math question, so I had to I need to double check and make sure I told her the right thing.
She's asking you a math question.
Yeah, like she was like teaching my school, so we like.
She's a teacher at your school, and she's
No,
asking
no,
you
she
math?
doesn't teach in my school anymore. She's like an assistant principal at another school now.
Man, you are all over the place on this pod today. Aren't
Yeah,
you?
dude.
You are just.
First day back, and you're really killing the flow.
Yeah, you're an anti-flow guy.
So we got any other dad advice for anybody about bro trips, or we covered everything basically?
I'd say if we missed something, put it in the comments.
Email us.
Email us. Like and subscribe.
Save your points.
Yeah, I mean,
Save your points.
I think the biggest thing with bro trips is make sure you are accessible to get back home
And prepay.
and prepay for the trips.
Pay for it.
No refunds.
Prepay. Here you go. Prepay.
Yep.
Set a radius.
Yep.
Bank points.
Yep.
Yeah, pay for it before you even ask her.
No, that's not.
Yeah.
that's- no.
Yeah. No, it's already paid for. I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Is that it?
Oh my
Yep. We're back, boys. We're back, daddies. You got what you came for on this one.
That might be our worst episode yet, dude. Oh my gosh.
Love it.
First one with Abs back, and we just freaking shit the freaking bed.
Oh man.
But we'll be
thought it was
back.
good.
We'll be back. We're
We're
doing
over-
another one.
That's our 11th episode, so we're in for the long haul now, boys and girls.
Now
Oh, yeah.
we're into double
Well, no,
digits.
just
now,
dads.
11, bro. That's crazy.
now can we make it to triple digits?
Now we're shooting for 100.
Triple digits.
All right.
That's our goal.
And 1 million male subscribers.
We hope you guys liked it. We'll be back next week, and see you then. Like and subscribe.